barod am y diwrnod o'n blaen. Mae'r dref I gyd dal yn cysgu'n sownd. I like to think of them all tucked up warm in their beds, not a care in the world. I've always said, have a lie-in and you miss the best part of the day. There's nothing quite like listening to the sounds of an awakening town. Trade is slow these days, but 30 years ago and I'd have been turning people away. As it is, I haven't had a paying guest in over a month now. The last one stayed for 5 nights before he too had enough and moved on. Apparently, there's only so much beautiful scenery one can take. Those were the days. The town full of people, as was the house. I remember one young man, Blended, his name was. He was a very enthusiastic person. Forever commenting on the beauty of Nghei Newydd. Stayed for 8 months in the end. Mind you, it was nice when he finally moved on. Made room for a new guest. Now, the only problem with new guests was whether or not you could trust them. I had a few who simply took what they wanted and then left in the middle of the night without even paying the outlay. That was another thing that was frowned on, was the men staying here. I never saw anything wrong with a mutually beneficial arrangement, as Bledin put it so well. I enjoyed the company, especially since the death of my husband. But some people have nothing better to do than stand around all day gossiping. Speaking of which, did you hear about Mrs. Bogdan? Chew, my sparrow. What's this one? But yes, that's the way of it, unfortunately. People either move away or they die. Wynn's death was such a shock to us all. He went out on the boat one morning, as he did most days, and never came back. They ran into some bad weather quite far out of the boat house. Idiot! I bet he was drinking too, no doubt. 3 crew members lost their lives, which was a comfort to me at the time. Is that an awful thing to say? I was just glad he wasn't on his own when he died. You see that house over there? Do you know who lives there? Me neither. It's a holiday home these days. Holiday home. Never heard of anything so silly in all my life. It'll never catch on. You mark my words. Not while there are B&Bs around. Why do something for yourself when somebody else could do it for you? Mrs. Bennett used to live there. God rest her soul. We'd go to Capel together every Sunday morning and then have tea afterwards. Most of the time at my house because I had the better biscuits. She was quite ill in the end. I mean, there was always something wrong with her, but that pneumonia saw her right hearted. What does this called? Oh, I've got some lovely ones of my son who died, all dressed up in his Sunday best as a child. Wynn would have been so proud of him. He's married now with 2 children. They come and visit as often as they can, but it's hard when they live in England. Married an English woman, you see. Be with him one while on Quay, fi'n gwybod beth dwi'n feddwl. Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but some of us have got things to be getting on with. Can't simply loiter around all day. Oh, another thing. If you see the captain by it, giving my best, would you?
75, whoa! 500 and minus 50, minus 175, 2, 1,000, 600, 650, 25, 70, 150, 300.
change the subject on me.
Loving it. Making you take care of Rodri and Anwen. What about that new table for the kitchen?
Oh, and you had to clean up the mess you made afterwards. And as for the children, do you know what? Where is Rodri? Probably off breaking his other arm. No, you know what? You don't actually keep them out from under my feet. It's like you put them there deliberately. Ma, Dad, I'm hungry. Go ask your mother. I mean, you could at least learn to make them something simple like toast.
I know how to make toast. And anyway, that's your job, isn't it, Mrs. Jones?
I thought you wanted to help, Mr. Jones.
I don't want to help. I want a job.
Well, go out and find one then! Biff.
Ellie was the daughter. Ellie and Beth. Who? Ellie and Beth.
Making my morning tea.
Mr. Griffiths. And oh, Phoebe.
Yes, it's me, Phoebe. I'm gonna cry.
Captain. I'm Captain Tiny Evans. Mrs. Evans has been dead many a year. How I hated her.
Mrs. Hughes.
I'm Miss May Hughes. Cozy. Oh, that nasty sea. Madame, I am.
Mrs. Ogmore Davis. Mrs. Twitter. Mrs. Ogmore Pritchard.
Open the curtains! Light the fire! Dust the chinas! Feed the canary! I'm Mrs. Ogmore Pritchard. Tell the sun to wipe his feet before coming in!
Reverend.
Making my morning tea. Very weak. Just one leaf. Mustn't waste, I believe.
Mr. Griffiths.
I'm Mr. Griffiths. Short-sighted. Bachelor of the Arts. Aberystwyth. I'm going to boil my eggs and shuffle off.
Shuffle off to Buffalo. You go get your purses and I'll get my niece and nurses and away we'll go. Ooh, off we're gonna shuffle. Shuffle off to Buffalo.
Home and get my panties, you'll go home and get your scanties, and away we'll go. Ooh, off we're gonna shuffle, shuffle off to Buffalo. Off we're gonna shuffle, come along and shuffle. Shuffle, 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 shuffle to Buffalo.
No! To school! Mr. Thomas, 2 and 6, sir. 2 and 6, Mr. Thomas. I said 2 and 6, Mr. Thomas.
right. I definitely got, I'm on the move. Hey, just going out and see. What? Joan said she was going to phone you later, wasn't it? I said I was going to phone her. She said I'm going to phone her later on. Now she said somebody there was there. I don't know what time she went down. She had the thing now. She waited for the results. No, they didn't tell them, a friend. There you are. Right, okay, see you when you get back then, okay? I'm gonna go. Yeah, oh, I little done there, right? Yeah. Well, hi, what is it? We had rain, Sunday, was it? It was 20 minutes. And then it go out to the people, eh? Oh, another cloud in the sky there. Right. Okay, alright, talk to you again. Right, ta-da. Ta-da. Oh, no, good.
She was there as well.
Oh, they could do it.
Its skin was hard and wrinkled, and the underneath, when it turned round, looked like a snake. Very peculiar. And it stuck its tail out of the water. Well, it was as long as the piggin ship, man. I thought we'd had it. Well, it looked like it weighed up to about, I don't know, 4,000 pounds or so. Very different to the sea creatures here in Quay. Or 30 minutes, depending on how we were feeling. For a panhead, a cup of tea at 10 o'clock, and then again at 3 o'clock. We would sit and have a good chinwag about other stories. Yes.
Dafydd! Yes, Dafydd the cat. The other boys we met said he'd bring us bad luck. But our Dav, well, he loved a good scratch under his chin, he did, yes. Powers, they said. But to do what? Change the weather? Start storms? Magic in their tails? In their tails? No. Apparently, if a ship's cat fell or was thrown overboard, it would summon a terrible storm to sink the ship. But if the ship survived, it would just be cursed with 9 years bad luck. But our Dav, well, he never come up onto the decks. We had too many rodents down there to keep him busy, see, yes. Our Dav, wonderful he was.
Language! Oh, the language we heard! Terrible it was! No, I don't mean like that. Foreign languages. Couldn't understand a word half the time. Oh, nightmare it was. And the food, well, the way it was served, in China, fish with their heads still on, and their eyes staring at you. Chicken with their heads and their feet. Oh, picking it up with those, chopsticks. A bit fiddly, but we soon learned how to use them, yeah. And hot water with leaves in the top to give it a bit of flavour. Very unusual. Oh, stood out like sore thumbs we did. Stalls in every alleyway. Oh, and the smells. They fried everything on these hot plates. Yeah. Always trying to sell you something they were. Do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy that? Nah. Dim diolch, man. Well, we bought a little something, aye.
And some children.
Oh, the ladies! Yes, the ladies! Oh, nothing like our Welsh girls. Oh, remember South America? Those tribes? Massive holes in their ears and bits of wood going through them. Well, wore nearly nothing. Well, you can't blame them in that heat. Hot in the morning, hot in the evening. Oh, just uncomfortable it was. Not one country the same, let me tell you. The Canary Island, brown, full of volcanic rock. Well, no greenery like here in Wales. And the sea so clear, you could see the fish swimming. There was trees, palm trees. Very dry country, but oh, when it rained, it rained. Torrential it was. Oh, hot and muggy and sweating in the rain even though you weren't doing nothing. Well, it's just cold, wet and windy, isn't it? Well, except for today, Oh, spent a few days in Brazil, I did, yes. Beautiful country, lots of different people living there. Well, there was singing, dancing, drumming, striking outfits. Almost like a fair, but with more colour. Carnival, I think they called it. Oh, do you remember that dancing? That dancing from Java. Oh, beautiful it was. Oh, what they call it now? Oh, Javanese dancing, aye. Beautiful it was. So focused, hands precisely placed, the movement so fluid, controlled and choreography. Very well rehearsed it was, aye. There was reds, blacks, golds for costumes. Oh, and the instruments. Well, they sounded very, well, you know the sound I mean, don't you? And the vocals. Beautiful, but strange. Aye. Oh, hats, yes. These are Ghanaian women. Well, they wore these hats. Bird-caged hats, yes. Made of feathers and flowers and... well, they were a bit odd, yeah. A bit odd they were. Oh, well, I bought a present, I did, yes. Merlin, I called him. Merlin the parrot. African grey. Very expensive. Oh, chopsy he was, though, I tell you. Well, nice gesture, but I did think to myself, oh, would it drive Gwen mad? I spent the whole journey home going, shh, man, Merlin. Yeah. Great experience it was, but boy, did I miss my Gwen. Oh, Gwen. Counting down my weeks at sea for me to get back to Newquay, to spend time with my friends, my family, and my beautiful wife. Relaxing, drinking, eating, and having a good chinwag with the boys back home about my adventures away.
Close to our hearts, our fathers, our sons, our brothers, still fighting for righteousness and envy the moral courage that they display. Let not vice and sin corrupt our little town. We must strive daily to evidence the holy virtues of modesty, temperance, and hard, honest labour. That's my money you're drinking there.
It's only a little.
I don't care how much it is. It's my money. I earned it.
I'm sorry, William.
So it's not good enough, is it? Fine. My money.
I'm sorry, William.
Vera. William. Come on, William.